First try.
What else did you have? What else?
Oh, it's a really grim outlook on life. The 5 foot tall bugs, pincer breaking everything in half with stings.
You need a license for a pincer and a scissor and its evolutionary line.
Let's see.
If there was a president, right, type situation going on, what kind of Pokemon would be around?
Arcanine.
What about
Dragonite.
yeah, I can see the Dragonites.
Maybe Shedinjas, like, because they're like ninja type Pokemon.
No. You can't do Shedinja, man.
Why not?
Because if you look into the back of its hole, you die.
Oh,
It
ninjas,
steals your
my bad,
soul.
ninjas.
It steals your soul.
Ninjas. Wait,
Wait, Venonat would be a little bit better because it's got better sensory eye things than Ninjas. Ninjas may be faster, but Venonat's got that whole compound eyes thing, like for real, for real. I'd see someone with a Gyarados. You know, just a whole bunch of pseudo legendaries. I think he'd be like that would be his like cabinet we're surrounded by. You know what I mean?
Dragonite, Tyranitar, Metagross,
Yeah.
Salamence,
I
Garchomp.
think the government would have a whole bunch of Metagrosses and stuff like that. Like the Metagrosses, the Magnetons, the
I don't think Magneton.
Magnezones and them things. That'd be deep. Yeah. Just have like, what's in it? Like a Steelix. Mega Steelix.
That thing's huge.
Yeah, you just have that around with you as a president.
What do you need?
Do you think we would have like a presidency, or would it just be like a whole bunch of?
Well, they have mayors in the Pokemon world, so they have some kind of government.
True. I wonder if
Unless the Pokemon League champion of the area would count as president.
like that's what I was thinking. Like the champion is like the lead or the dictator or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the king or like the boss in charge.
It's a dictator. The champion has Pokemon says that nobody else can have Pokemon. Anyone who wants to oppose him can battle him, but you can't have Pokemon, so you can't battle him.
Nobody can leave their house.
6 more years.
What a loophole! Then that would start like a whole riot and an army and a militia.
Then you can't have Pokemon.
Yeah,
lost
but
that
like
stuff.
no, but then that's when you get like a whole bunch of underground groups who are gonna rise up against this dude.
But he's got the strongest Pokemon.
Doesn't matter. Like we said in like that past video, it's more about throwing the level 5 Pidgey out there to stall for time, while and then use 2 revives to get your Pokemon back, so you can ship the hell out of this Dragonite, and you just do it again for the next 6.
I think in that case, though, if the revolution did happen, they would attack the actual trainer instead of the Pokemon. Just get it over with.
You think it's too
While they're
real?
battling snipers in the corners, ready to shot. And Teleon in the corner.
Teleon would snipe the best, like that would be that makes sense.
Find a use for it. There you go.
It's one of the few Pokemon with a gun or a cannon. Yeah, Blastoise.
You saw Mega Blastoise, right? Remember?
Gigantamax.
Blastoise.
Bitches love cannons.
It's a freaking fortress on his back, and it just.
I like it. I like it. I like that. I like that they did that.
I don't like the design, though. I didn't like most of the Gigantamaxes.
Get out of here.
Just Eevee.
No, but
That cake.
what about Gigantamax Lapras?
There's a Gigantamax Lapras.
There's a Gigantamax. Oh, jeez. You need to like do your research. So I just finished watching a whole bunch of tournaments on this. Like, you're sidetracking the conversation.
Well, we got sidetracked with murdering.
What I was gonna say was like, how I think there's something to be said about like the way the anime kind of portrays the Pokemon world, because wouldn't it be better if everybody just agreed to freaking live in peace, right? Like, listen, we understand like that we exist in this world where you know these types of Pokemon are dangerous. Um, where everybody's just kind of like they accept that these outlandish things can happen, but because we anticipate all these crazy things can happen, we agree to live sensibly, right? Sensibly. I mean, so because we're living sensibly, that nobody's gonna push anybody's buttons too far, then we all kind of there's this innate, I understand, you know what I mean, innate level-headedness and compromise among the entire Pokemon world, where we're not gonna send my Scyther to slice your child in half type thing. Like,
I think we're picking on kids a lot right now. we may not like children.
like I'm not gonna just bust into your house and use sheer cold, like that type of thing.
Oh, I would. If I hate you and you push all the wrong buttons.
Now you're going into that realm of like this is when you get
like nature.
Locked up and monitored with the with the Galarian Farfetch'd with its big stick just kind of pacing in front of your prison door, like I'm watching you. And then you remember that Farfetch'd is edible, so you just one day you just
when it's not looking, just
bonk it right on the head. What a transition of thoughts.
And that's what we do here on the Low Tier Podcast.
True.
We make a plan and then we don't stick to it.
And wouldn't that be something? Like, this was another thought I had. Like, would there be a human evolution?
Ghost types.
No, like think about it. Like we have, a biological evolution that led us up to where we are now. It's like, would we teach the history of human evolution?
You're getting into some
deep place. No, but think about that. Would we still we still teach human evolution?
I think some theory that Mew's the ancestor of all Pokemon. And I think I saw a theory somewhere that humans technically also came from Mew. Because in the beginning, Arceus was the egg, and Arceus was born. Made Giratina, Dialga, Palkia. Step 3, something. You was born.
No, step 3 was the creation of Kyogre and Groudon. Because we already have time and space, and hell and heaven.
No, but it says Mew's the ancestor of all Pokemon.
Yeah. So I had it, dog, before I deleted everything on my iPod. But I had the history of Pokemon. Somebody explained it from Arceus down.
I think I saw a video.
And it's like Professor Oak talking, right?
I think so. No, it was the narrator.
Well, anyway, yeah. So Arceus
created... What he did, though, he blended in the game lore and then the anime lore. Like, together, even though stuff doesn't.
Who gives a fuck? It made sense.
Arceus...
No,
he was stretching out to try to
listen to it. If you take it for the bare bones of what it is, Arceus is God, created time and space, right? Upon creating time and space, he also created hell, because time and space were conflicting, or some yada yada yada. So, he made Giratina. And from the conflict between the not from the four, but whatever they did, they ended up creating um, the Earth. But the Earth was in conflict, so Arceus turned that conflict into two Pokemon, which ended up being Groudon and Kyogre. And Kyogre formed the seas, while Groudon formed the oceans. From Kyogre comes Lugia, and from Groudon comes Ho-Oh. But the only thing is, like, now there's a bunch of Lugias. Like, Lugia is like a common legendary now.
Arcan and Archeops are the first bird Pokemon ever. So Lugia came from Arcan. And Arcan came from you. At some point.
Oh, that's right. There's fossil Pokemon. So, yeah, then Arceus would know. I think it was Dialga Pocket that made people, isn't it?
No.
Where do people come from?
Mew.
Huh.
And then
Is that why Mewtwo looks kind of human?
Mesprit. Something, either knowledge, whatever they represent. 2 humans. Something like that.
Uh-huh. So who made Celebi? The dramatic
We gotta look
pause.
this up. Until I look it up, what I believe is Arceus, the 3.
So,
Thingies.
long story
Yeah.
short, god damn.
So
we would have evolved from Mew.
Yes. And
So we would be like a strain of Mew.
yes.
So everything is a strain of Mew, which would make Mew mitochondrial Eve.
Yes.
So then Mew would be the first thing created. Yeah, then that's it. Wait, no, would be the first. Would Mew have been the first mammal?
It's a cat, so yeah.
Now we're getting into
How
it
did it evolve into a reptile?
because
There's reptile type Pokemon.
stop it, stop it, stop. No. Okay, so then Celebi isn't a biological entity. No, Celebi's a plant.
Ah, dead.
Celebi's a living plant. Yeah, dog. Because plants came first.
No, the beginning was just the egg.
Yeah, no, because plants would have been the first living thing on the planet Earth. Ergo, Celebi came before Mew.
I'm gonna put this all in the video, like a timeline, and we're gonna look so stupid.
We're gonna look so stupid when we like see it play out. Like, no, but think about it. If Mew is the source of all Pokemon and living things on, I would assume that Mew is the source of all biological. Get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? Like biological Pokemon. So that would make Celebi the source of all like plant life and plant life Pokemon in that retrospect.
Why Celebi?
Because because think about it, like the Celebi and Mew are all basically on par. Aside from the fact that Celebi has a grass typing.
Let's see.
Because you have to account for how Celebi has the power to travel through time.
Where did all these powers come from?
And Celebi is the most plant-like. So I would assume, based on how the course of evolution spanned out and how, like in that retrospect, plants were the first biological thing.
According to this theory over here,
Jesus.
Mew and Arceus existed at the same time.
Ooh, that's a fresh take.
It says both were gods of the Pokemon world. Arceus made... Is it Arceus or Arceus?
Whatever.
I like saying Arceus better. Made Pokemon and Mew... Okay. Arceus made Pokemon and Mew made humans. Somewhere down the line, Arceus wanted to... Okay, this got dark. Arceus wanted to kill all humans, so Mew defeated him and then split himself into many Pokemon. I don't think that's right.
What? I no, that I can't see. I can't see them existing at the same time. What I can see though, what I can see is among the triumvirate that the Arceus made, Mew was the fourth. Mew became a fourth. So Arceus makes Dialga, Palkia, and Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina, and then just so happened to also make Mew. Because at this stage, time, space, and hell exist. And then from time and space, they made Kyogre Groudon. And then they made the Reggies to shift the continents. I am lost.
This is why we don't teach. This is why we don't teach evolution in schools. We keep
Stupid science.
religion and evolutionary. They do teach evolution.
Yeah, but I'm saying in a Pokemon world, would they teach that?
This is exactly why we don't.
They're just like, this is exactly why we do, because we don't want to know. We don't want to know. We don't. Somebody's gonna. There's too many researchers in the Pokemon world for somebody to not know.
Generation 9
answers all the questions. Generation 9 answers all the questions. This is the timeline. This is everything that happened.
I'm gonna answer why there are multiple Kyogres.
I just realized if Pokemon were real, we'd have to accept aliens were real.
Yeah.
We'd have to. There'd be no disputing that. Space is real. Aliens are real. Pokemon world, like that's like that'll be something so well accepted that it's there'd be no question on that.
You can't deny it.
You wouldn't be able to deny it. It would be. There would be no flat earthers. There'd be no flat earthers. There'd be no anti-vaxxers.
So, nah.
Could people catch Pokerus?
Going back to this theory, if we all did come from you, technically, I guess we could.
Right? So there'd have to be a vaccine for Pokemon.
That means we can get swole twice as fast.
We can get swole twice as fast. Which would mean like. So then we would have. Oh, do you think if Pokerus really worked the way it did, and there was a way to use it to. Yeah, it'd be like a steroid. And then it would go on black market sales to the highest bidder in the world. Because if you. What? You kidding?
They put you in quarantine.
But then you'd have to beat up so many Pidgeys to run faster.
I don't want to beat up Pokemon. Kind of just live like double the amount of weights. Run on the treadmill like 3 times normal speed.
Wait, wasn't that was it which one am I thinking about? Black and White, where you could do that gym thing in the second half of the 3DS. Like you could do some like Eevee and Ivy training, like
Oh yeah. You gotta fight the giant balloon.
yeah, that one.
That was X1.
Yeah. So were we thinking about like X and Y status where you could do that, or are we thinking about like other games where you have to beat up Pidgey?
Look, I saw a comic of Cobra Commander kicking a dog, and I felt so sad. And I can't do that.
I'm sure we'd find a way. To like sort out the beating up the Pidgey issue. But that's exactly why I'm saying Pokerus would be such a rare and profound commodity that it would be either sold black marketly or like you'd have to pay like out the ass to get some Pokerus.
And you can't use Game Shark to get it.
You can't cheat to get Pokerus. But can you imagine if like a lab or something was like, we're gonna make a new strain of Pokerus, it's gonna be this, and then it leaks, and then we end up with the coronavirus.
Oh, you can't say that.
That's what the coronavirus is. Someone was trying to make Pokerus just fucked up. And mad.
Is that all your?
No, I was
Let's-
also thinking about would we allow Pokemon in schools?
Probably normal types. Trained, like domesticated. Like EVs, they don't know any thunder shock, explosion.
Level 1 EVs.
Level 1 Pokemon, actually. Once you learn that first elemental attack, and you're out.
But would that be cohesive with your grade level?
Yes, I'm pretty sure a flamethrower at no matter what level is going to kill a kid. Or at least severely damaged.
Well, if you're that long, you're not going to have flamethrower, you're going to have, like, Ember.
That's still a lawsuit waiting to happen.
I mean, unless I bred unless I bred the like a what's a good move to breed on? Like an extreme speed line, like unless I bred that.
Extreme speed Magikarp. Out of the fish tank. Tackles little Johnny in the face. Gets that last point to level up into a Gyarados.
Ooh. Would we have big boats?
Like the SSN?
Yeah. You think they do that?
Yeah, they have them in the anime.
Oh, if it were me, I just have a huge Waylord party.
Gigantamax Wheeler?
That's why we don't. They should have really just been consistent with that. Just be like, look, you can't Dynamax or Gigantamax Waylord. They just put it like, this Pokemon cannot be. You know what I mean? I would just solidify that. Just either make it happen or don't, Game Freak. We want an actual size Gigantamax Waylord.
Also, one video. It's the size of the planet coming down.
And that's why we don't allow Dynamaxing.
That's why we
What
can't have
did
nice
we
things.
learn? What did we learn? And that's why that goes right back to my whole thing about listen, our ancestors learned this the hard way. Don't Dynamax Waylords. So can we all agree?
That's why the Grand Canyon happened.
Can we all agree to not be freaking stupid? And then you get to 2020.
I am not a terrorist.
How disgusting, how shameful, how criminal, how corrupt. This is a hoax, it's a fraud. There's nobody dying in excess of any other year.
You're gonna tell me I can't Dynamax my Waylord?
Does it in
That crater thing is a hoax. It's a lie.
So it's gonna be the one person that protests.
Like everybody has an understanding that we don't Dynamax Waylord because it would blow, it would destroy things. And you're over here arguing that it's your right to Dynamax. I can just see the congressman just sitting there looking at this lady.
At that point is when they legalized whale hunting to get rid of all the Waylord Wilburs.
Oh my god.
To make sure
That
nobody
does. Oh, so you think Waylords would be extinct?
if it became a problem with
I think they'd be an extremely endangered species.
you have Karens around that keep Dynamaxing.
Because somebody thinks they're right to Dynamax their Waylord in this department store. To think that this person is thinking to even let their Waylord out of the Pokeball to breathe in this department store. like that Pokemon, there's no jail. You just get dead. You commit a crime, dead. Like everybody just agrees, dead. You're at your death. You're on death row. You finally get called up. Like, what are you gonna do to me? Well, you got a couple ways to go out. This pincer can use guillotine.
And we'll keep crushing you in half until it can't crush you in half anymore.
You can get seismic toss. You can get sheer colded. You got a guy in the back who can use the Z move.
I would go out the way of Seismic Toss, but only if Kirby was also real. Just grab him and go straight up, face down, quick and painless.
Quick and painless. Whichever is the quickest, painless way to go. You probably want to avoid sheer cold. Because it's not going to kill you instantly. That hypothermia is
Focus absolute zero blast directly at one person.
Or you could take the poison route. It's going to itch for like 8 hours. But
Then the burning kicks in.
the burning die.
Then the puking. And then the loss of bowel control.
Oh,
Dehydration.
that's going to suck.
Nausea. Delusions. And then eventually you'll die. On his 24-hour live stream.
Good point. What kind of TV shows are you watching?
Welcome to the Don't Dynamax Your Wailord.
We have a public service announcement. Like, just a friendly reminder: we don't Dynamax Wailords.
Some kids are sitting with their parents. And that's what's going to happen to you if you just go out and catch a Whelmer.
Oh my god, there'd be a day. There'd be a day. Oh my god. Where everybody just sits down and they're like, in this day we remember all the people we lost due to Dynamax.
Karen.
Can we have a moment of silence for the 26 million people that died? And it's the longest day. It's the longest day. And on every TV screen is this name after name of people who died because somebody was just, that's fucked up.
And we got to do it again.
And then now we have people like this tragedy wasn't hard enough. But now you want to replicate that because you think it's your constitutional right. It's not
There's
only
no proof.
to have a Wailord. It's a hoax. They said we take a whole day. We've taken a whole day. Let's say the last time it happened was 20 years ago. We take a whole day to remember 26 million people. This is horrible. And you have today somebody who's poor after that telling you they don't believe that they believe it's a hoax. There's a giant crater on the other side of the world. Unwrapping this Wailord thing is hurting my spirit, dog.
Derailed once again.
Unpacking the amount of privilege you need to feel you have to believe it's your privilege to Dynamax Wailords. And if this is an allegory for this mask thing, dog, I don't know, metaphor or whatever. Oh. What are we at right now?
1 hour. So I'm gonna shut up in 30 minutes.
What other Pokemon do you think would be extinct?
Besides the false Pokemon,
Well,
they're already extinct, but they're trying to bring them back.
that brings up that terrible Dorky statue where something's dead and you have the capacity to revive it as long as you have the bones. Like, Jesus. who really dies, you know?
Legendary Pokemon aren't strong. They're just endangered.
This is true. This is true. Particularly Moltres, hunted to extinction because of the fact that it's a fire type that literally flies everywhere. My God, Moltres would have been hunting to the brink of extinction for the fact that they're fire type Pokemon that fly around.
Lands in a forest to perch and forest fire. He killed Smokey.
Zapdoses would be hunted to the brink of extinction for their ability to generate electricity.
And Articuno because nobody likes gold.
You know?
I think that covers up all of my points. Unless there'd be lots of starvation. Or like home missing because of Snorlax having to eat its body weight.
Snorlaxes would be hunted to the brink of extinction because of how much it would eat.
And let's say that dimensional hole opens up and Guzzlord comes crashing down. Nobody's safe.
Once the Guzzlord comes into play, nobody's safe.
Whole town decimated and he's still...
Oh my god.
Wow,
Just any Pokemon that can learn Hyper Beam or Solar Beam or one of these like super... Ban!
Take it to the moves leader. I'm gonna forget how to use
You would have...
Wait, that's it? That's the problem.
That is the move deleter. That solves everything. You would have to register your Pokemon, and your Pokemon will be restricted to only have a certain move set or move pool. That's it.
Learn something by accident. Take it to the move deleter, and there we go. Perfect
And
pass.
the Pokedex is the government tracking you the whole way. Like as soon as your Pokemon learns something, boom, the whole alarm goes off.
Yeah, 24 hours to get you.
The next 24 hours, and if you run away, the ghost Pokemon will.
Move deleter is the president. Controls all the Pokemon. There we go.
Move deleter is the freaking president.
Why we didn't think of this at the beginning, I don't know.
Oh my god! And he has the move tutor. He has all the move tutors as his cabinet. They're a family. They're a family of just a secret society that just now controls the Pokemon world because they're the only ones that can control the Pokemon moves.
Problem solved. Pokemon can happen.
Yep, that's it.
And
We just created a whole society.
scientists out there that are trying to bring Pokemon to life. There you go.
This is what we need. We've solved the issue of what would happen. So make it happen now. We know we have the technology.
Elon Musk, if you're listening.
No, because Musk supports Kanye running for president. I'm done. I'm done with 2020.
But that's a different
That's
thing.
a whole other side rant. Hopefully not this long. But with that being said, I miss you.
I'm Lewis.
And this has been the Low Tier Podcast.
Don't say it like that.
Side note. I advocate for the fighting types. They shouldn't be in prison to only do construction jobs. Free the fire type. Free the fire types. They didn't do anything wrong. It's not their fault. Power to the people.
I just want an Napalm. That's all I want.